Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing the inverted color challenge, and I'm sure you've seen this challenge before in a lot of different forms. It's been done by makeup artists like making tutorials and illustrators like Draw with Jazza, and I believe her name is pronounced Catwalk? I'm not sure if I said this right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I love your stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I just thought that I've been looking and seeing these videos for a really long time, and I really enjoyed them. I thought it was a fun challenge, and it's also one of those challenges where you see it and you look at it and you're like, I could do that. It'd be so easy. And I never got the idea to actually do it on my channel until now. So here we are. I thought it would be fun to do, so I am going to give this challenge a try. So first thing we're doing is sketching, obviously, and normally I know you guys don't see me sketch on camera too often. I try to do it regularly, I suppose, but a lot of my videos do start out with a sketch already pre-prepared so that you guys can sort of look more at the coloring, especially because a lot of challenges are related more directly to coloring. But because I've been trying to challenge myself to use more references and just do some more stuff with my style, I've been kind of back and forth on it lately. I've been kind of unhappy with it. You guys know, if you follow my Instagram, that I've resolved myself to doing more studies, so I finally got a Pinterest board started that has a ton of different references. So I thought it would be fun to actually show you guys my sketching and see if I'm making any sort of improvements in the short time that I've done it thus far. Anyways, I am glad that I did decide to show you guys the sketching process, because actually this was a lot harder to do inverted than I thought it would be. I thought it would be really easy and just as easy as regular sketching is for me, but it was not. It was very hard. This is gonna be kind of hard for me to explain or describe, but I don't know what it was about working with a really neon color against a black background, but it was making it really hard for me to make out shapes. I don't know if it's because I can't see or what, but it was very difficult for me to sort of map out shapes and make things look proportional. And then every time I did a block of color, like for the eyelashes or something like that, or the eyeliner or the eyebrows even, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Nothing looks right. I don't know. It was very weird, and I had to map out the features so many times before I finally got to a sketch that I was comfortable and satisfied with. But obviously eventually I got there. So once I did get there, we moved on into coloring, and I decided to make things a little bit extra for myself in this area. So if you are a regular user of Procreate, you know that there's several different options for color wheels, I suppose. I don't use the color wheel, I use the square. And the reason that I use the square is because I just think that I get better colors with it. So this is gonna be hard to explain, but let me attempt to do that. You might be sitting there and thinking, okay, so if you use the square and you move it to the circle, it won't matter, because if you know color theory, you shouldn't have a difficult time choosing the colors. And to that I say, you're wrong. So this is where things get difficult to explain. I don't know what it is in particular about the circle wheel in Procreate, but it seems like no matter what I do, when I try to pick a color, it either comes out too saturated, too desaturated, too light or too dark. There's never a perfect mid-tone for any color that I decide I want to do. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a skin tone, it doesn't matter if I'm doing a clothing, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can never find the right color when I'm selecting from the circle wheel. So I've decided that I'm going to use the circle wheel. I am sorry, my iPad keeps going off. Be silenced. Okay, So, yeah, but basically, because I can't use the circle wheel well, I thought I would use the circle wheel to make my life hard and make the challenge hard. So, yeah, getting into the actual colors that I am choosing, I wanted this character to have a really warm color palette for the most part, and then contrast it with like some really cool tone clothing just to give it like a sort of pop of interest. I wanted her to have really nice tan skin and like hazel, like greenish brown eyes and some really like super long, dark brown hair. And I also saw this really cute outfit on Pinterest. Like I told you guys, I've been going to Pinterest a lot. And I saw like this really long tan overcoat and like a light gray turtleneck underneath. And I thought that was super, super cute. So I was like, I have to do this. And originally I was going to give her jeans, but the cropping I went with for the character herself, I suppose, just looked really, really weird with jeans. It like was almost directly at her crotch, and I was like, that's not cute, that looks really weird. So I decided to go with a sort of like pencil skirt, I suppose, and I actually think it looks really cute and very snazzy. She looks like a very sophisticated businesswoman, if I do say so myself. It's not like we can tell that though, because everything is neon and our eyes hurt. So yeah, the actual painting of the illustration. So first, of course, I needed to get my light and dark values, I suppose, figured out, and that was particularly difficult for me to do. I had to keep reminding myself that I need to put highlights where the shadows would be and shadows where the highlights would be. And you guys, I don't know if you can see this in the actual speed paint, but there is a section after I've fully painted the hair where I just freeze, because I picked up the color that I was about to use for the highlights, and I thought for a moment, I was like, I just painted everything wrong. I just did everything wrong, because my brain saw the dark color that was intended for the highlights and was automatically going to use that to shade, and then I was like, wait, what have I done? And then I backtracked because I realized, oh, I did exactly what I was supposed to have done, right? So that was a bit confusing, but overall, I had like a shockingly good time painting this illustration. It was really weird. Other than the eye strain, it was actually very relaxing for me to paint. It's so weird. You guys know that usually I prefer to do full-on paintings. If I'm not using Sign, I am using my iPad. I prefer to do my paintings in Medibang because it's a little bit closer to desktop in my opinion, and it just overall is a little bit easier for me to do more detailed things. But for continuity's sake, and so or for editing's sake as well, I didn't really want to use Medibang. I just wanted to stay in Procreate for this video, and for some reason everything was so much like smoother than normal. I just was like, everything was coming out exactly how I wanted it to, I guess. The reason that I don't particularly like to paint in Procreate is because I have yet to find painting brushes that I do enjoy. I have some good sketch brushes and things like that, but I just have yet to find some good blending brushes that I like, and so things tend to come out very harsh looking, and it's not my favorite thing in the world. But for some reason, like I said, it was coming out really smooth. I felt like I was getting really good gradients, and like just things were very pleasant to blend with, and I thought I was doing a really good job, you know. Everything was looking really nice, and I had convinced myself that I chose all of the right colors, and then I got to the reveal. So let's move into that. Okay, this is the scary part. We are going to do the reveal. So let's see if I can remember where to go. I think it's accessibility, display, get rid of the invert. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Okay, so now all we have to do is go to Procreate and see how this turned out. Oh my god, she's so red. She is so red, and her skin is like blue purple. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, her hair, I'm not mad about her hair. I actually think her hair looks really cute. I'm mad about her highlights because they aren't really highlights, but they are a color. They're definitely purple. They are lighter than what I was expecting. The hair, actually, I did pretty much exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be dark brown, and it is certainly dark brown. Her skin was supposed to be tan. It's red. I did want to highlight, or not highlight, I wanted to shade with purple, but not like this. I was intending it to be more of a sort of reddish purple, so that didn't go over well. Her eyes were supposed to be hazel. I don't know what happened here. I thought I did everything right. I made her eyes like a sort of lightish red so that it would be green, and then I made her iris sort of like, what color did I do? Was it like, I don't even remember what color I made her iris, but I thought it was gonna be brown, and it is brown. But that's green. Her clothes, I'm not that mad about. The jacket was a little darker and redder, obviously, than I intended. I was going for, had I gotten her skin tone the right color, I think her jacket would have been exactly the color that I was going for. Her clothes are exactly what I was going for. I was going for like a sort of like bluish, purplish, sort of gray color, and I got that, so that's good at least. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself points for the outfit and the hair, but good lord, her skin. That's great. So yeah. Oh my god. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. I also had the idea while I was recording this video, should I do this with Copic markers? I think it might potentially be a little bit easier for me to maybe do that, but I think that would definitely be something that would be really fun to try and do. So if you want to see that, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I will attempt that if you want to see that. Speaking of seeing things, I want to give a big shout out to my patrons. They get to see a lot of cool stuff that you guys don't see on this channel, like exclusive wallpapers and things like that. They also get to see my videos a day early. So if you want to see stuff like that, there is also, this is like just a maybe, but I've been playing around with the idea of getting a Cricut for my birthday in April. So very soon, patrons might be getting stickers and sticker packs as rewards as well. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out my Patreon, because we got a lot of cool stuff potentially coming. So yeah, again, big shout out to Elise Thompson. Thank you so much for continuing to support me every single month, and I will see you guys next